The following program has been generously funded by the Patterson Foundation.
Welcome to This Book is Cool. My name is Beth Duda, and I'm the director of the Suncoast Campaign for grade level reading. Today, we have a wonderful book to share with you. It's called Heartwood Hotel, A True Home, and it was written by Kallie George. We have a special guest with us today to tell us why she thinks this book is cool. With us from Booker Middle School, we have drama teacher Carrie Mills. Hi, Carrie, how are you?
Hi, Beth. I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm doing very well, and I'm delighted to see you.
I'm so happy to see you too.
This book is one of my favorites. I love so many different things about it. Can you share with us one of the things that you think is cool about this book?
I love the fact that there are so many different characters that we get to meet, and they have such really interesting personalities, and they're also very different, but that the Heartwood Hotel gives them a place to kind of meet and interact. Can I share a favorite picture?
Oh, please.
Of mine? Okay. So one of my favorite illustrations, if you can see, I'll try and line it up, is when Mona first arrives at the hotel and she gets to meet everybody. And I really like this picture because you read about it beforehand and then you turn the page, and this kind of matched what was in my imagination about what she saw and all the different characters.
And Mona Mouse has quite an adventure before she finds her way to the Heartwood Hotel. She's caught in a storm, sure. You're very worried about her, you don't know what's going to happen, and then she finds this sanctuary, this place where all animals are accepted for just who they are. And that was a pretty warm and magical feeling to hear about it. And then you're correct, when you finally turn the page and you get to see some of the characters and see some of the magic that happens in the Heartwood Hotel, it's a pretty incredible experience.
I agree.
So with all the different characters in the book, I had great affection for Mona Mouse because she's cute and she needs to be loved, and I'm always willing to love the folks who want to be loved. Were there other characters in the book that you found really enjoyable for a variety of different reasons?
Well, I know it might seem funny, but I really liked Tilly. Even though she's really, really gruff and something's going on with her, I like the fact that Mona Mouse really tried to find out what was going on and didn't judge her. She was worried. She said, I'm not sure why she's being so mean to me, but still kept trying to find out what her story was before she just made a decision about the person that Tilly was.
I think that's a good way for all of us to be. Not everyone is showing us their best selves all the time. Many times we encounter somebody who's having a bad day, or perhaps even more than just a bad day. They might be experiencing all kinds of difficulty or trauma. And if we can extend some generosity and the benefit of the doubt to others, I think we can find more opportunities for connection and more opportunities for us to be able to help each other than if we just judge people right off the bat.
I agree. I kind of wish I was more like Mona Mouse sometimes, and maybe I'll start thinking about her and trying to channel my inner Mona a little bit more often.
That's great advice, and I think that's one of the things I like about reading so much, is that we are able to meet through literature other characters, sometimes we aspire to be more like them, and sometimes we encounter characters and we think, oh, I hope that's not the way I come across.
My son Henry today was just saying how much he liked reading books because you can read them, especially when they're written in first person. And he said that then he can really feel like he is part of the book and part of what's going on in the action and experience it more personally.
Well, Henry is pretty bright, but I would expect nothing less. We feel how accepted Mona Mouse is in the Heartwood Hotel, and we know how important that is for her because she's doesn't have a family anymore and she's kind of all alone in the world. Have you ever felt that? Have you ever felt that you found a true home somewhere when you're experiencing the world?
Sure. I don't know if you know this about me. I've moved all around the country and lived in basically all four corners of the country. Florida is where we've actually lived the longest. And I know it might seem a little bit silly to say, but I feel very much at home at my school right now and in my arts department at my school, where I'm surrounded by other people who think the arts are just as important as I do, and we get to talk about that and see how that has a really huge impact on all of our middle schoolers on their daily lives and how it makes them excited to come to school. And when there's something passionate, that if you get to connect with somebody else that's passionate about the same thing, that it makes it all that much more exciting. So I think that that's what we do at our school.
I think of that in my mind as finding your tribe. That when you can find people that you feel a connection with, who like some of the things that you like, or who take that extra time to get to know you, it truly is a feeling of coming home. And it was wonderful to experience that with Mona Mouse in the Heartwood Hotel. So, Carrie, why is it so important for children to keep reading? I know you have children, and you've shared with me many times that they are readers. Henry has some great observations about reading. Why is it so important?
Well, I think that more than anything else, reading allows you to connect to the world in a way on your own terms. That if you're able to read, and the more complex things that you read, the more you can learn about the things you want to learn about, and the world just opens up to you. And I think that's for every single subject. I remember one student, one ninth grader that I was helping a million years ago at a summer camp, and they were working on finishing up for their finals, and she was working on math, and she was a struggling reader. So every couple of words in a word problem, she had to stop and figure out what the word meant before she could even get to the math part. So I think that the reading is so important. And then on the flip side, reading is just fun, and it allows you to go to places like the Heartwood Hotel or other countries if you can't go there on your own, or experience other people's stories so that you can get to know the world better.
I agree. I love to read. I love to share stories with other people. I think that's one of the reasons why I enjoy theater and drama so much. It's the opportunity to share stories and experiences with other people.
And I love theater too. And I especially love my classroom and teaching drama, because I think so often the students don't realize how much reading is involved in theater, and it's just fun, and they don't, where they might mind rereading a passage in their language arts class, going over when I say, oh, we're going to go back to the top of that scene, they don't mind rehearsing, they don't mind doing it over and over again, and we kind of are able to get deeper into the meaning in the words by all of that repetition and being able to really see what's going on in the character's mind through their words.
I want to thank you for taking time to be with us today and for sharing the Heartwood Hotel. I know you're reading it with your daughter, Alice, and I'm hoping that she's enjoying it as much as you are. Wonderful.
She is. She's very excited to find out what happens at the end.
Well,
So-
I won't say. I will let Alice discover that as you go. Thank you for being with us, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
Thank you so much, Beth. It was really a pleasure. I'm so excited about this whole series, and I can't wait to see what other books you're going to uncover for us.
I enjoyed talking to Carrie about Heartwood Hotel, A True Home, and I love that she's sharing that book with her daughter, Alice. It's a great idea to have moms and dads share books with their children, and children sharing books with moms and dads. Kallie George did a great job of giving us a story that all ages will love. She also did a great job of giving us some words for our word bank. The first word for our word bank is the word majestic. Majestic. That means having or showing impressive beauty or dignity. The next word for our word bank is ferocity. Ferocity. That means savagely fierce or extreme or intense. The next word for our word bank is the word scurry. Scurry. That means to move hurriedly with short, quick steps. We're going to add the word bumble to our word bank. Bumble. That means to move or act in an awkward or confused manner. Bumble. And the final word for our word bank is the word decorum. Decorum. That means behavior in keeping with good taste or good manners. Decorum. One of the things I found so enjoyable about the Heartwood Hotel is they celebrate everything. They have a festival for all kinds of different reasons. A festival on the first day that it snows, a festival when someone arrives, a festival when someone leaves. It's fun to have a party, don't you think? You know, you can turn almost any ordinary day into a party or a festival day just by getting fancy with your food. Many times at a party, we share food or beverage with the guests at our party. And I have an example, something you can do as your activity. Turn your regular lunch into a party lunch. I have an example here of turning my regular lunch into a party. So I've sliced my orange. I've made shapes out of my peanut butter and jelly sandwich. And I have chips that I can share with my friends. Having some colorful napkins can also help make it feel like a party. Think about celebrating something at your house today. You could have a festival to celebrate that it rained, or a festival to celebrate that it didn't rain, or a festival because you got to sleep in late, or a festival because you got up early. You can turn anything into a party and a festival. If you have a party, please send us a picture. You can share it with us at connect@gradelevelreadingsuncoast.net. We're also interested in your ideas for an episode of This Book is Cool. Pick out a book that you like. Share a few reasons why you think that book is cool, and include some words for our word bank. We'd also like you to suggest an activity that goes along with the book. You can send your episode of This Book is Cool to us at connect@gradelevelreadingsuncoast.net. I'm going to celebrate today. Let me think, what is the occasion? Oh, I know. I'm celebrating today because my shirt has a little bit of orange in it. Happy Orange Day. I love a good party. I'm looking forward to seeing you again very soon. Remember, reading is the key to succeeding, and parties are fun. Bye-bye for now.